First of all, we are going to discuss the main characters of the Earth. The main characteristics of the Earth, first, the rotation. The Earth rotates around the Sun in the elliptical orbit by the effect of the gravity of the Sun. So, the shape of the Earth, it will have a spherical shape and would be flattened at the two poles and extended at the equator. Here we have see the flattened of the Earth and the extended of the equator. The position of the Earth, of course, we had known that it lies in the third position in our solar system, and it has the biggest mass of the inner planets, as its mass equals 5.9 by 10 power 25 kilogram, and it's very huge mass. And also its size, it has the largest inner planet with diameter of 6,368 kilometers, and also it lies in the fifth position in the size between the planets. Be careful for these numbers, they are going to be answered in the complete or choose right or wrong. Let's continue. The factors which help the continuity of the life on the Earth. First, the gravitational force of the Earth. This gravitational force of the Earth, which helps in fixing of the hydrosphere on the Earth. What is the hydrosphere? This word, the hydro, means the water, the ocean, the lakes, the rivers. All of the gravitational force helps of fixing this hydrosphere. Also, it fixing the atmospheric envelope surrounding the Earth. And third, the steadfastness of the living organisms to do their life activities. So when I'm going to ask you what is the importance of the gravitational force of the Earth, you will answer it helps in fixing hydrosphere on the Earth, fixing the atmosphere on the Earth, and steadfastness of the living organisms. Second factor help the continuity of the life on the Earth is the suitable temperature. The Earth's temperature is suitable for the continuity of the life, as the Earth lies in the third position of the solar system and the presence of the atmosphere. Let's continue. The hydrosphere. The hydrosphere, as we said before, it's the presence of the water on our planet, which represents 71% of the Earth, while the solid ground represents only 29%. And this hydrosphere will be represented in the fresh and salty water. The fresh water will be represented in the rivers or lakes or the ice masses at the two poles and the groundwater. And so it will be represented only 3%. While the salty water, which are represented in the seas, the ocean, or the swamps, will be represented by 97%. Let's continue. This groundwater exists in the fractures of the rocks and the Earth's crust. What is the importance of this hydrosphere for all living organisms? Number one, the plant uses it in the photosynthesis process. Number two, the hydrosphere is a suitable environment for the aquatic living organisms. Also, this helps for making the water cycle. As we look in this figure, we had knowing that the evaporation of this salty water from the ocean or the seas by the effect of the solar energy, it will help in the formation of these clouds. And after a while, these clouds, it will help in the formation of the rains, which forms the fresh water again. So this is the hydrosphere. Now we are going to talk about the Earth's atmosphere. The Earth's atmosphere represents the oxygen gas by a percent, 21%, as it's used in the respiration and the burning process, and the nitrogen represents by 78%, which reduces the effect of oxygen in the burning process, and also the plants use it to form proteins. While the carbon dioxide gas, its percentage is 0.03%, and also it will be used by the green plants in the photosynthesis process. And what is the importance of the atmosphere? Of course, we had known that the atmosphere contains the ozone layer, which protect our living organisms from the harmful ultraviolet rays that coming from the sun. Let's continue. The atmospheric pressure. This atmospheric pressure on the Earth, it represents the amount of the air above us. This is the means of the pressure, and this pressure is suitable for the life as it reaches 76 centimeter mercury. As we go up the Earth's surface, the atmospheric pressure decreases. Let's talk about the lithosphere, which means by the lithosphere means the internal structure of the Earth. As we look at the internal structure of the Earth, it consists of the crust, which is the light outer layer, and its thickness from 8 to 50 kilometers, and the second layer, which is the mantle. The mantle is a rocky layer which lies beneath the crust, and it extends to 2085 kilometer. And we have the inner layer, which is the core. The core is divided into two layers, the outer and inner core. The outer core, which consists of the molten metals, which will be helping in the formation of the lava for the volcanoes, and the inner core, which like the egg inside, which consists of the solid layer rich in iron and which rich in iron and some metals, and its thickness of the outer core from 2020 to 170 kilometer and the inner core to 1216 kilometer. Please revise these numbers as it's going to be in the many questions. After this, we are going to have the important give reasons, as we have the atmospheric pressure decreases on the top of the mountain. Why? Because the density and the amount of the air decreases as we go upward. Also, the Earth's inner core is rich in iron and nickel. Why? Because they are heavy elements and they have a high density, so it will be sink in the outer core. And also the presence of the white color that surrounds our planet Earth due to the presence of the atmosphere that surrounds the Earth, and this is represented as a white color. What is the importance of the ozone layer? It protects the Earth from the harmful ultraviolet rays. Why the temperature of the Earth is suitable for our living? Because it occupies the third position from the sun. Why some rocky masses that fall from the space doesn't reach the Earth? Because they are burning due to the friction with our atmosphere. We had finished our lesson. I hope to study it very well and see you soon, inshallah.